Willkommen zurück zu The Zodiac Trial. Im letzten Part haben wir ein paar fehlende Steine nachgeholt und wir haben das Ende von Monkeys Story erlebt, wo Dog und ich allein rausgekommen sind, also Dog und Maus, aber Monkey verschwunden ist leider. Schade. Keiner weiß, wo sie ist. Und nun haben wir eine neue Route gefunden. Und zwar führt sie anscheinend hoffentlich zu Sheeps Geschichte, denn ein Major Trink wurde aktiviert. Das Butcher's Knife. Es kam mir bekannt vor. Es geht darum, dass man mit einem Messer eine Leiche anschneiden muss oder jemanden töten muss, um dann voranzukommen. Aus Prinzip haben wir uns dann in der Cafeteria getroffen mit Ox und Snake. Und jetzt kommt Sheep. Und sie sieht nicht gut aus.
Sheep, are you okay? Yeah, I am fine. Thank God there are more people over here, though. I was really starting to freak out, wandering the halls all alone. Well, don't worry about it now. We're all here. I'm really nervous right now. What if someone like Horse bursts in here right now, knife in hand, trying to stab us to death?
Don't worry, you're in the group now. I can guarantee you that with this many people, he probably won't be able to kill us all, not with as many escape routes.
Rooster, not helpful.
Why not? It's a valid point.
Why would someone do this? We were all getting along.
Sheep looked like she was on the brink of tears. Luckily, Ox and Pig walked over to comfort her. That's probably for the best. Being a consoling figure wasn't exactly my greatest strength. Just as that was going on, Dragon walked into the cafeteria with Bunny shortly behind her. So you all were over here, huh? I guess Bunny was right after all.
Dragon, Bunny, are you two okay?
Doesn't look like any of us aren't okay. You've got eyes, dipshit. Use them.
Well, that's not exactly needed. Thanks for asking, Mouse. We're all fine. In fact, you could say they're great.
Oh, Tony the Tiger.
Is that... Are you doing a tiger pun right now, or... Tiger pun? You know what? Forget it. Glad to see that you two are safe.
So some asshole turned this thing into a hunt all of a sudden. Of course things will go to shit. Wer fehlt noch? Es fehlen noch Dog und Tiger fehlen noch und Snake. Nee, warte, Snake ist hier. Dann fehlt nur Dog, Tiger. Dog und Snake. Nee, falsch. Dog und Horse. Gott. Die fehlen noch.
Don't worry. If it's a fight someone wants, it's a fight that they're going to get.
That's what I'm talking about. I should have just gone around looking for these assholes with a knife and challenged them to a fight.
As you can see, it was a struggle to get her to agree to come over here. I appreciate the effort. We need to talk about this.
Just a monkey!
Just then, I noticed a monkey had also made her way back to the cafeteria. Mouse, are you holding up okay? I know the news is dismaying, but keep a level head. We can get through this together. I am here for you.
I'm fine, Monkey. I really am.
If you say so.
Even when faced with such a scary looming threat, Monkey's first instinct was to check up on me? God bless her. Yeah, Monkey is best.
Now the only people missing were Dog and Horse. We hoped these two would make their way here, but time passed and no one joined the group. After a few minutes, we started to worry that they weren't coming. Well, that wasn't the concern. We started to worry that they couldn't come. What on earth could be happening outside of the cafeteria? This unease grew to unrest when someone else voiced his concerns, albeit in a slightly unexpected way.
I'm bored. Excuse me? Bored? We've been just sitting in this one room and this stragglers still haven't come. I'm sorry our meeting about a potentially deadly butcher isn't engaging you. Would you prefer if it's something was happening? Maybe. Right now I just feel like I'm being eaten alive by worry. I think we should leave the cafeteria and check out what's happening in the rest of the school. And why on earth would we leave the safety of the group and weapons? There's a bunch of good reasons. Let's take Dog for instance. He seemed like a cool guy, and yet he might be bleeding to death right at this moment, begging for help. You have absolutely no evidence to support that statement. Well, what if grouping up like this is just what the knife man wants? They could be planting a bomb above us or something. Are you being serious right now? A bomb? How on earth would that get in school? We found a grenade in the gym. Okay, I know you're supposed to be the smart one or something, but I think I'm actually right here. Like I'm not being crazy right now, right? Like I'm actually correct about this. Look, if you're saying horse or dog is trying to kill us all, then it's just as likely that they're hiding outside, waiting to attack when we wander away from the group. You think the traitor's plan is to let us get bored and come to them? They're not an idiot. They can't possibly expect to be careless enough to just wander out and let them kill us. So you're aware of how dumb you're sounding. Idiocy and genius are often mistaken. Both fall outside the pattern of noble thinking. That doesn't... You know what? Whatever. Mouse, could you please tell Rooster that we are waiting for Dog and Horse to get here?
This will surprise you just as much as me, but I actually think Rooster has a point.
Of course I have a point. This fact should not be surprising the slightest. And yet it is. Mouse, do you really want to go find those two?
They might not know that we're meeting at the cafeteria right now. It's not like assumed knowledge or anything. It's worth to go and look for them.
I can't convince you otherwise, can I?
I doubt it.
Fine. In that case, I'm coming with you. Can't exactly trust anyone else to be perceived with the necessary caution. Oh, how brave! You two are looking super stunning right now, really. The camera would be loving you. Honestly, Ox, you've got some real star power. You should work with that in the future. Hold on, I might be confused here. Am I wrong, or is it sounding like you're not actually going to leave the safe zone? Who? Me? Goddess, no. That sort of thing is for the expendables like you.
Before Ox could speak up, Sheep interceded. Apparently she had been listening to our conversation for a while now. Actually, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, I want to come along as well. Sheep? Are you sure about this? You know it's dangerous, right? I know, but I want to help.
Well, if that's how you feel, I'm no place to object. Such help. Mouse? Bring Sheep along.
Yes. Of course you can come. The more the merrier.
I don't think that's saying apt here.
Whatever. My point is that I'd be happy to have your help. Thanks. I promise I won't get in the way.
Oh, ich liebe Sheep. Sheep or monkey, bestes.
And with that, things were said.
People have objections with giving out gun, but we were granted a taser just in case. We left the cafeteria and started to look around the school for Dog and Horse. Based on where the others had been searching, we decided to start by looking around the second floor.
That was where they likely were before the announcement.
We tried looking through some rooms, but after a while I came to a classroom I had difficulty opening.
Is this locked?
I can't imagine that to be the case. Here, let me try. Ox stepped in front of me and tried to open the door, but it was to no avail.
Why do you think you could open it when I couldn't?
I don't know. I just want to try. I bin für schwach, ey.
Annoyed, Ox started pushing on the door, and to my surprise, it did start to open. It seemed something was just in the way of the door frame. As I made my way into the classroom, my heart sank as I realized what it was.
It's a dog.
I heard a shrill scream, but no sound escaped my mouth. How could it? It was clenched closed in order to keep myself from vomiting all over the floor. The only proper reaction to finding a body. Death is never pleasant. At most, it might be slightly gratifying. If it's someone getting their just desserts, but even then there's a bitterness to it. But no, generally death is accompanied by sadness or fear. And I felt both, but not nearly as much as I felt confusion. Because the dead body was none other than Horse's, a seemingly unkillable man.
Oh, Horse. What on earth?
No! Why? Why did this happen? Seriously, how did this happen?
I don't know.
I can't. It's my fault, just like before, it's my fault. Sheep, easy. Hey, it's okay. It's not your fault.
What do you mean? It's just like before.
Ox, not the time. It was my fault he died. And this, it's just like that. If I had searched with horse and stayed with him, he wouldn't have.
Sheep, snap out of it!
I don't know what last time is, but you certainly can't be expected to watch over everyone all the time. You're not responsible for horse's death whatsoever. I think I need to sit down for a bit. Do you mind if I just stay in the corner of the room, not looking at the body?
Of course. Sheep sickly limped over to the corner of the room. She didn't look okay. I wanted to talk with her more, make sure she was alright, but now wasn't the time for that. Not when someone had just been killed. It looks like he's been shot to death. I guess there are more guns in this building than the ones we found earlier. Or not. Maybe this was one of those guns. Looking at this wound, I would guess this was a pistol shot. And with a location like this, yeah, that caused him to bleed out rather quickly, right through the chest.
But that's weird, right? That the gun was apparently fired and that we didn't know about it. This school isn't that big. We should have been able to hear a gunshot.
Naja, wenn es einen Silencer hat, also ein, wer ist nochmal? Auf Deutsch Silencer. Damit der Schuss leiser auf jeden Fall, das meine ich. The amount of blood is also suspicious. Don't get me wrong, it's disgusting, but for someone who should have bled to death, there should be more blood in this.
Maybe this isn't where he was originally shot.
But we didn't find a blood trail, nor any other place with a lot of blood poured everywhere.
Yeah, it's really weird, isn't it?
That's not even touching on the weirdest part of all.
Which is?
Remember how we found the body? It was blocking the door. He was completely slumped in front of it.
Yeah, that was pretty annoying.
So, what though? Ja, wie kann die Person raus, die ihn getötet hat? A wound like this isn't instantly fatal per se, especially for a man of horse's size, but he shouldn't have been able to move after being shot. And yet he was completely blocking off the only exit from this room.
Did he have his tablet on him? That way we could check what his personality is.
Already checked, couldn't find the tablet.
Oh, damn.
Damn indeed.
You don't think the Jade Emperor did this, do you?
Ah, okay. Ich glaub's weniger. Einerseits, er hat sich nie eingemischt, andererseits, wie soll er rauskommen? Die Tür ist zu. That would completely defeat the purpose of his own game. And if we're keeping Snake's playing your out theory in mind, if the Jade Emperor did do this, it would mean he was fine with just killing us at random for no reason. I mean, we're all as good as dead anyways. It's probably best to assume that one of us did this, but how?
You could go out the windows, but they're probably blocked off just like all the other exits.
When we found the door, he was probably slumped against the door,
so I don't think only opening the door a little bit would do it. And like you said, he couldn't move much after taking a shot like that.
It's almost like a locked room mystery you see in those dumb detective shows. I never thought I'd ever seen one of them in real life, though.
With this puzzle in mind, I looked around the room. It was, for all intents and purposes, just a standard classroom. And yet, looking around, a thought crossed through my mind. Ah, I've got it. I know how this happened.
Oh, do continue.
We just got to examine one simple part of the room.
The closet? What's in?
The closet. Believe it or not, I'm actually something of a mystery fan.
Oh, I believe it.
There's basically 4 ways to solve any closed room mystery when you break it down. However, for something like this, only one of those methods are to integrate to reliably be pulled off in real life. One is objectively against the rules, and one is impossible judging by the crime scene. Which leaves one left, which is the culprit is still inside the room when the seal is broken.
Okay, was die anderen? Textbooks, hä? Okay.
Now that's a definition that actually applies to a much broader scope of solutions, but in this case I think it can be taken fairly literal. I walked over to the closet across the room. Just looking at it, you'd think it would be used to house nothing more than textbooks. But this time, it could be housing a murderer. I opened the doors to reveal someone inside. I was right. Well, half right. It was true that someone was hidden inside. However, it was under the impression that they'd be alive.
This is...
Ah! No! Before I slayed the body of Dog, I thought it was suspicious that we hadn't found him, but I didn't think he'd end up like this. Two people had their life stolen away in this hellhole. I had the feeling I wouldn't be able to enter school again after this.
Oh wow, das heißt... Warte, das heißt, der Mörder dieses Raumes hat Horst gekillt und Doc getötet, Doc dann in den Schrank gesperrt und Horst vor die Tür geschoben. What?
This is horrible.
Oder Doc hat Horst angeschossen. Nee, das macht keinen Sinn.
This is horrible.
Terrible. But you might be right in your theory. But Doc is dead. Yes, but look at that. Ox gestured to the pistol stuffed in Doc's pocket.
So Dog had the pistol that shot Horst.
We can't say that for sure, but most likely yes.
But then who killed him?
I think I have an answer to that as well.
You do?
Check out Dog's cause of death. That's a golden knife, yes. Step right through the neck. It would kill quickly, sure, but it's not through the throat. Dog would still have a bit of life left in him. And the knife is a rather distinct looked one, wouldn't you say?
You don't think?
This closet is right across from the door. Judging by the state of the body, I think this is the only answer that makes sense.
What are you guys talking about? Horst stabbed Dog, who had been hiding in the closet, with a butcher's knife. Horst then put some distance between his victim, since Dog wasn't dying away. However, Horst didn't know that Dog had gotten his hands on the pistol. With his dying energy, Dog used his pistol to shoot Horst in the chest, killing him.
It's a bit of a convenient scene, sure, but the evidence adds up.
So I guess Horst was the traitor then.
I guess.
And Dog was our hero, huh?
I guess he was.
But he ended up dying right here, how tragic. He paid for a life with this. We'll make sure he is honored outside.
Indeed. For now, we shall report back to the group.
The trek back to the cafeteria was grim. How could it not be, having already faced own death? When we got back, we explained the situation to the group. That's horrible! Damn it, we couldn't save everyone. We never were going to be able to. At least with this, things can come to a peaceful end.
That's really a big fucking takeaway from this. What a frag.
Hey everyone, calm down. I think the news has just put us on edge. More importantly, this round is almost over. We should all put our moves again, right? Oh shoot, you're completely right. We should get on that pronto. Bunny was right. We need to operate our tablets.
So we decided to split up and use our tablets in different rooms.
I entered a nearby classroom. I took out my tablet. I turned it on. However, before I pressed anything, I hit the floor. Because I had been killed. That's pretty vague, huh? Well, I couldn't be more specific. I died too fast. Maybe my neck was slit. Maybe I was shot. Maybe I was poisoned. Doesn't really matter now, does it?
Was?
Huh? Was?
9 of clubs.
If Mouse doesn't discover the true nature of Horse's fate, then the larger group will fall under a false sense of security. If the group thinks everything is fine, the killer will be emboldened to speed up the schedule. In this case, discovering the half-truth is worse than both discovering everything and discovering nothing.
Ist das richtig? Oh, es ist hier. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, das habe ich nie erwartet. Okay, nochmal. Okay, the closet ist falsch. Textbooks könnte richtig sein. The window blinds. Textbooks? The textbooks?
Yeah, look at how they're placed. Someone's clearly moved them recently.
Well, it's a school mouse. Textbooks are moved all the time.
Just let me look through them. I went over to the textbooks and started opening them up. Flipping through the pages, it took a bit of persistence, but sure enough, I found one with bloodstained pages. Aha! I knew it was used in the crime.
I'll admit, I'm a bit impressed. But why is there blood all over this thing?
Elementary, my dear Oxen. You already mentioned the lack of blood, both here and in the hallway, correct? Well, I agree that the horse was not actually killed in this room. Rather, it was brought in here and made to lean against the door. And to hide the fact that the body was moved post-mortem, the killer used these textbooks as makeshift rags, whipping away the blood in the hallway.
First off, not only is oxen as a pun atrocious, it also doesn't work because oxen is plural and I am one person. Second, you're probably right about wiping away the blood, but I still don't see how that solves the doorway problem.
Well, you see, the thing about that is I haven't figured that part out yet.
Amazing deductions.
I was at least something.
It was in fact something. I shall grant the floor that much. Anyways, the specifics of how the body ended up like that probably don't actually matter much. The point is that someone shot Horace and now he's dead.
Yeah, I don't really get any of this. The biggest mystery is who killed Horace, and I don't know if solving the door mystery will help with that.
That might not be so much of a mystery.
You know who did it?
No, but I might be able to soon. Think about it. We heard about the butcher's knife, right?
Right.
Well, it's hard to tell with the current wounds, but it's possible that his body has already been stabbed. If that's the case, then at the end of this round, the culprit will move an extra three spaces.
Huh, that makes sense.
For now, we should go back to the cafeteria and tell everybody what we found.
Gotcha. Sheep, are you good to go? I'm ready to leave this place whenever you are.
Ich glaube, es ist auch wieder falsch. Ich werde sterben. Ja, ich bin sehr sicher, ich werde sterben.
Horse is dead?
How horrible.
How unfortunate. Wait, does this mean someone's really trying to hunt us down and kill us?
Perhaps. Tiger, no one's used any of the weapons, correct?
Nope. I've been looking over them this whole time. Check to see if any of the weapons have been used, if you want.
Then that means there are more weapons than just the ones we found. Christ, how many weapons did that kid put in here? And we didn't find Dog, did we? I bet he did it.
What a reckless accusation you make. It is just as likely that he is another victim. Another victim? Everyone, let's calm down. The round is almost over, and I don't know about you all, but I still haven't been put my action. We should all split up and select one.
Bunny's right. Let's all go into separate rooms and use our tablets. Then we can check everyone's movements, and that might help figure out who used the butcher's knife, if anyone. After that, we can start planning and figuring out what our next steps should be. Sounds good?
Let's go with that. And just like that, we split up. I went down the right hallway, and Rooster followed near me. I entered into a nearby classroom and turned on my tablet. There, I pressed the run button. It was a difficult situation all around, but if we could pull through, the group could still use some minor trinkets to pull away as a group. After making my move, I returned to the cafeteria. Everyone seemed to be returning at about the same time. After a bit, however, I noticed someone was missing. Rooster? Well, another person was missing. Is Pig back yet?
Oh nein!
I don't see her around.
How long does it take to press a button?
She might just be slow. Did anyone see which room she actually went in? If all the nearby rooms were occupied, perhaps she was forced to visit one a bit farther.
How much farther would you need to go? Settle down, all of you. For now, let's just focus on the race results. We can deal with what Pig is after that. The most important thing is seeing if anyone moves irregularly. If we see that, we can start figuring out what's going on. Oh, es wird spannend, es wird spannend, es wird spannend. Aber das machen wir im nächsten Part erst. Tut mir leid. Die Zeit läuft uns davon. Aber wir haben schon mal die erste Karte bekommen. Yay! Und ich hätte nicht gedacht, dass die Textbook reichen. Wir haben 2 leicht gefunden und das reicht noch nicht aus. Aber hier, guck mal. Oh, look at this. Na gut, fairerweise. Wir haben gedacht, dass der Traitor tot ist. Von daher macht es Sinn.
Von daher passt das schon.
So, ich denke mal, Pig ist tot. Das ist meine Auffassung. Ich denke mal, Pig ist tot. Das heißt, sie wird sich bewegen. Und wir werden sehen, wer der Mörder ist. Oder auch nicht, denn das Messer ist nämlich nicht beim Mörder. Das wissen wir. Wir wissen das nämlich schon. Oh, das wird spannend. Ich danke erneut und bis nächstes Mal. Tschüss.